Hey guys, here we are, lesson 6, using equations to solve problems. We're going to start on page 48 with concert ticket sales. So it says a performer sells 5,000 tickets for an upcoming concert. They want to make a total of $311,000 in sales. Assuming that all tickets have the same price, what is this price for one ticket? So they want to make $311,000 and they want to sell 5,000 tickets. So to figure out the price of one ticket, we're just going to divide the two. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go 311,000 divided by 5,000 in my calculator. So 311,000 divided by 5,000 gives me 62.2. So we're talking money. So 62.2. We got to add another zero, so $62.20. How much will they make if they sell 7,000 tickets? So now I'm just going to take my constant proportionality, 62.20, and I'm going to multiply it by 7,000 tickets. So 62.20 times 7,000 gives me 435. 400. So $435,000 and $400. How much will they make if they sell 10,000 tickets, 50,000 tickets, 120,000 tickets, a million tickets, X tickets? So we would just take all of these numbers, 10,000, 50,000, 120,000, million, X, and we would multiply it by 62.20. So if they sold X tickets, let's look at X tickets. Okay, we're not going to figure out the others, but we could just multiply 62.20 times 10,000 times 50,000, 120,000, and a million. I'm going to do it by X. So remember, when we multiply a number and a variable, we just put them together. So 62.20 times X is just 62.20X. Okay. If they make 379,420 tickets, how many tickets have they sold? So we just take this number and divide it by the price of one ticket, 62.20. So we go 379,420 divided by 62.20. I get 6,100 tickets. Okay. How many tickets will they have to sell to make $5 million? So once again, we're just going to divide 5 million by 62.20. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros divided by 62.20. Okay, and it tells me 80385.8. Well, 80,385.8 tickets. But if we think about it, can we sell 0.8 of a ticket? No, we can't. So we'd have to round that up. So it'd be 80,386 tickets. That's how many they're going to have to sell to make $5 million. Okay. Let's look at 6.3 on page 49. Aluminum cans can be recycled instead of being thrown in the garbage. The weight of 10 aluminum cans is 0.16 kilograms. So 10, whoa. Let's try this. 10 cans is 0.16. The aluminum in 10 cans that are recycled has a value of 14 cents. So 0.16 kilograms and 14 cents for 10. Not 1, but 10. Okay? So, if a family threw away 2.4 kilograms of aluminum, how many cans did they throw away? Well, we know that 10 cans weigh 0.16. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 2.4 divided by 0.16. So, 2.4 divided by 0.16 gives me 15, but that's not my answer. That's for a group of 10. So you could think of it, I have 15 groups of 10. So 15 times 10 is 150. So they threw away 150 cans. Okay? What would be the recycled value of those cans? Well, the aluminum in 10 cans that are recycled has a value of 14 cents. So I'm going to take the 15 groups of 10 and I'm going to multiply it by 14 cents. So 15 times 14 cents, I get 2.1. Okay, we're talking money, so we got to add a zero. So $2.10 for that 150 cans. So you're certainly not going to become rich off of recycling. All right, number 3, write an equation to represent the number of cans C given their weight W. So we have weight, and we have cans. So we know that 10 cans weighs 0.16 kilograms. So to find the constant proportionality, I'm going to go 10 divided by 0.16. 10 divided by 0.16, I get 62.5. So 62.5 times the first column. Well, the first column we have a W, we're talking weight, equals how many cans you have. Okay? Number 4, write an equation to represent the recycled value R of C cans. So C goes first, R goes second. I know 10 cans gives me a value of 14 cents. So if I go 0.14 divided by 10, it's 0.014. 0.014. Okay? That tells me 1 can is about a penny, a little over a penny. So 0.014 times how many cans you have equals how much money you're going to make. So R equals 0.014 cans. And then number 5, write an equation to represent the recycled value R of W. So W comes first, R comes second. So the weight is 0.16, and the rate is 0.14. So second column divided by first column, I'm going to go 0.14 divided by 0.16. 0.14 divided by 0.16 gives me 0.875. So 0.875 times your first column W equals your rate. Okay? And I believe that's it. Yeah, let's look at the summary. Remember that if there's a proportional relationship between two quantities, their relationship can be represented by an equation in the form y equals kx. Remember, k is your constant of proportionality. Sometimes writing an equation is the easiest way to solve a problem. For example, we know that Denali, the highest mountain peak in North America, is 20,300 feet above sea level. How many miles is that? There are 5,280 feet in a mile. This relationship can be represented by 5 feet equals 5,280 times miles, where F represents the distance measured in feet and M represents the distance measured in miles. Since we know that Denali is 20,310 feet, we can take that and plug it in for F. So we get 20,310 equals 5,280 M. Now this is just a multiplication equation, and to solve, to get rid of multiplication, we divide. So 20,310 divided by 5,280 is 3.85 miles. It's pretty high up. Okay? On your assignment, it's question 4 in the book and question 1 in the book. So number 4 is question 1 on Canvas. So number 4 says, in Canadian coins, 16 quarters is equal to 2 toonies. So I need to find the constant proportionality using these two things. So I'm going to go 2 divided by 16, and I'm going to get some decimal. Okay? I'm going to take that decimal, I'm going to multiply it by 1, I'm going to multiply it by 20, I'm going to multiply it by 24, and put the answers here. Okay? Second question is like question number 1 in your book. Okay? It says a car is traveling down the highway at a constant speed described by the equation d equals 65t, where d represents the distance in miles that the car travels at this speed in t hours. What does 65 tell us? Well, 65 is here. 65 is my constant of proportionality. Your constant proportionality we've talked about it the last couple of days. It's your speed. How many miles does a car travel in 1.5 hours? Well, 1.45 hours is time. So I'm going to go 65 times 1.5. And then how long does it take to travel 26 miles? Well, I'm going to go distance here. So, and then I'm going to divide by 65. Okay? Remember, if you get any questions wrong, you can look at the explanation on Canvas. You can watch the videos, and you can email me. Just let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.